Well, welcome back to our channel, and this is going to be the Tiny Cabin on Wheels Part 3, or what we call the Stübel. Here we have posted for you the true sizes from the outside of the building and the inside for the main floor and for the loft if you're interested. We have been really busy and we've had a fun time with all these little things that we have to come up with that it all fits. We're still here working on the table for both the stove and for the sink area, and we think we got it kind of where we wanted it. Here we are installing now the electrical and the cables, particularly over here, that will go to the roof for the future solar installation. Here we installed the special foil that's used for building in saunas to reflect the heat back to the inside of the cabin and protect the wood that is behind it. Now we have installed those concrete boards that have been cut, and they'll be ready for future work. Here we have cut out some wood, and this is going to be for the casing around the windows. We went to Walmart and we found out they are getting rid of their fabric, so we bought what we could so Mom can still make some things for the inside furnishing later on. Here we still see the finished parts that we have in wood, and here, if you look closely, you can see in all the corners we have fiberglass installed, and those fiberglass tapes we will be covering then what's called the thin mortar that we'll be using later on for installing tiles. There you all see it already installed and drying. Here we're doing the tricky work of trying to figure out how we're going to install a particular tile together into it all together with this tile. It's a handmade piece coming from an Italian artist. We bought it through a company in Miami. And the problem is it's metric, and all the tiles we bought for the main tile thing are all in standard, so it's very hard to go back and forth where to cut out. But we figured it out. We cut it out. There you see where we marked it. There's the finished product as cut out, so we can see how it fits into everything. We started installing it. It didn't go good the first time. We had to take it all off and scrape everything off again. But here we do have it. It's all in there, and it's drying, and we really like it. Here we got some of that call wood from Home Depot that we're going to be using for our tables. Now the table part we decided to buy in pieces, a finished product. And yeah, here you all see one of those concrete tiles cut out, and I'm using some metal, and this would be what the stove will sit on. I want that to have the separate because we want to line it around it. We want a tile under the stove. We didn't want it, so if our trailer moves, it might break the tile. Here we are grouting it. It's coming nicely along, all cleaned off. It's starting to look really fancy schmancy, and we're really enjoying it. Here we have our oldest son, his wife, and the two kids for a little visit. Gave them some good drinks, and here you see that it's already pre-drilled for the stove to go through the whole wood and everything else down there. Here I'm starting to cut. We had these big tiles, 12 by 18 inch tiles that we're now going to be using for the flooring and the sides going to the sink. There it's already all cut out and put in, and we think it's going to work real well. Still taped off it with some blue painter's tape so that the mortar will not stick to that particular plate, so we can take it off in the future. We were sleeping in there. We really enjoyed it. Here now we decided we needed to build something custom, found some more wood, call wood, and I said we need to build a little kitchen cabinet. And I think it really worked out great. We tried to use every little inch we had there to move around, and here we're holding it in place to try to get as much room as possible together with the tiles. I painted it. Mom is totally excited. She loves it. And we have it still in there now just to enjoy. See the stove in the background with that oven. By the way, these are the pipes that it came with. These are, again, a metric stove. Came from Norway. And so it took us a very long time with buying these adapters for car exhausts and try to make something to fit. Then we came to the air conditioning part, like we wrote in the beginning. We will have an AC in here, and that has been a struggle for us. We ended up buying through Home Depot from a company called Eden Direct. This is a very small little unit, and it was supposed to easily cool this little cabin, but it didn't. Here we have we're working with, if you look in the back, you see the water, and that's the wastewater, that blue tank. There's the water tank that we have in the back with the sink. Here we are measuring out where the outlet for that little AC will be to have that warm air or hot air escape. Had real issues with that, not enough room really, go figure, to get it, but we still did it. And we did a lot of testing, and it just wouldn't do. We ended up buying a second unit, a little bigger unit, and that thing couldn't do it either. So we decided, and these outlets that we had here, we went through 3 different outlets testing. Like we tried over here to bring some of the cold air down to see if it can do anything, but it didn't really work for us. Here we have now those 2 tables that we made. We decided to make a smaller one for the corner that Mom is holding up over there, and then in combination with the big part, we have a real nice big area where several people can sit and enjoy. Here we still have that incorporated Italian tile. And here we have it with our hand pump sink, which we really enjoy. And if you look to the right hand side, you will see right over here next to the sink, we are going to be incorporating a small little table, a fold out table that can stay in place to help with cutting a fork as a cutting board. Well, we hope this was enjoyable for you all, and we hope to see you next time. And that's it for today. Bye-bye. You see it with the sink. It's a hand pump. We're still working on that. Still have so many more little things to do. But we're excited. We're having a lot of fun. And like I said, this might end up turning into a tiny house on wheels, because we might have some addition to it at some later point, which would actually make it that. But we hope you enjoyed it for this episode, and we are looking forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.